Oh yeah, told you that I'd show you my little creek. Yeah, I've been busy trying to rake up all the leaves. Like this whole thing was covered, coming off those trees up there. This is probably what it would look like if I hadn't raked or used the mower on them. But yeah, the creek's all dried up. It flooded, back when you and I first started talking, and it's been really dry since. So it's completely dry. Even during the summertime, I didn't get this dry. But all these rocks along the edge were like down in the middle, and I got down in there and picked them all out, saved them. And now every time it rains, it washes the mud out from down in the bottom, and I get new rocks. I keep picking them out. They did go all the way down to there, but when it did flood, it probably actually part of it was where I'd messed with the rocks. It kind of changed where the water flew. Either way. That big log there, it's hard to tell how big it is, but it's probably 10 feet long. It washed it all the way down that tiny little creek here. It was stuck underneath that gas line. I got it out. I would say this right here, this little island here, you can see it better when the water is flowing. Like the water flows down that way and then it flows this way. But I would say that probably used to be here on the corner. It's probably a property surveying marker. It ain't no more, so I guess it's owned to the down in the creek now. Haha. But yeah, when the water's flowing, this is actually really pretty. I'd like to get in there. The big rocks are too big for me to move, but I'd like to get down in there and actually control the water a little bit better. Because you can make it look a different way, flow different ways. Ideally, it would be nice if you could actually get in it and maybe sit in the water if it was fairly clear. But up through there, it's just, I don't think there's any mining going on back in there, back in the day. But I had a drone. I sold it not too long ago, but I flew way up there, up in the head of the holler. I flew all the way down there. I made a couple of videos where I kind of flew in between the trees coming down the hillside, and then flew out over top of the house. This is my hoity-toity neighbor there. He's got a nice house. I think you can see it. But I like that big tree right there. Be nice to have like a tire swing or something, but I'd be afraid that big long limb would break or something. But they've got a security gate down there. Let's see if I can zoom in and show you. So they're the fancy neighbor. One time a Lowe's truck came here to deliver some furniture to their house. And when they were backing up, the sun was coming this way. And so they couldn't really see out I was sitting there watching them from the porch, best I could. And I heard a big boom, and the big Lowe's truck destroyed that gate. And I know from the insurance stuff, I've had to replace a gate like that before, and it was like $15,000. I'm sure they got it too. Lowe's is ridiculous. I like this view right here. It's flat. I don't have any shoes on, otherwise I would walk out through there. I've never talked to these neighbors, so I don't know how friendly they are either. But I'd like to get that rotten wood out of here, because this is where I wanted to place my fire pit, down in this little corner here. My grandpa's got a tractor with a backhoe attachment on it, and I could dig this part out here, flatten it all out, and then like scalp all the grass off. And I'd like to put like a divider down, like some type of divider to separate the grass from the rock that I'd put down here, like not like the rounded creek rock, like the tiny, like the pea gravel, but like some maybe medium-sized creek rock, and then make some type of circular seating area. Either chopped up logs would be the cheap way to do it, but not very comfortable. But I'm not going to spend $1,000 on some nice outside furniture either. But I could use some of this dirt that I get from over here and maybe flatten this out a little bit to get some extra area. Maybe build a little retaining wall, get down in the creek to kind of hold it back. And you could actually get out close to the edge of the creek. Maybe put a rail up or something. Make a seating area. There's some vine down here. I don't know my poison vine from other stuff, but yeah, I like that. But the road to get out is of the holler is right there. Goes up that way. It's pretty. Hopefully someday you'll see it. But there's a couple other nice houses here. I'm kind of like the misfit. Everybody up here is kind of older. Definitely the boomer type. Kevin, I forgot he lives there. I don't know what he used to do. But my other two neighbors that lives up the road, I think I told you in that first video I made you there. One is like the president for Pepsi locally. Another one's the president for Coke. It's funny, they live next to each other. Getting ready to burn some Diet Coke boxes. Some other tree branches that I need to cut up and burn. I think a lot of this got washed out too when it flooded, because I don't remember that. That's like a concrete something. No, that's metal. I don't know what that, no. There's a gear in it. See that gear? I don't know what that is. That'd be like an ancient UFO. I keep putting my grass and leaves and stuff down here on the edge of the property to kill out the grass so I don't have to weed eat so much. This is like a little, kind of like a little fishing hole. There's like minnows in there. I could clear out those leaves. It'd probably be a little bit deeper, but it probably provides like a little hiding area for the fish. But my neighbor Donnie comes down here and puts a little line out, and if he's going fishing with his buddies, he'll come out and catch some minnows for bait. So you can see how there's like a little dam made up of those leaves. I wish there was more of that rock exposed on the cliff, but that'd be pretty. There's some places in Kentucky I go to for work that they've got exposed gigantic boulders. I don't know what kinds they are, but they don't erode with water. So they just stay there, and they're gigantic, like the size of a house. When it flooded, they come and dug this culvert out, put a plastic one in there, and the old metal one was rusted. I've never noticed that before, but somebody's had shot this with a BB gun. Never noticed that before. I don't even know if it's still active. Uh-oh. I think it's the UPS truck. Just act natural. Yeah, it's a UPS truck. There's my house. There's my favorite tree, actually. It's a pretty view. Yeah, UPS truck. I've got some Christmas gifts on the way. I guess they'll be here tomorrow. People up here get deliveries like almost every day. A bunch of housewives that get to stay home and shop, is my estimate. But here I've taken some leaves and kind of put it around the base of the trees. Really, I just don't know what to do with them. UPS guy's probably thinking, that guy's talking to his phone. I don't even know if you can hear me. I've had the microphone covered up. I need to trim these shrubs. But yeah, this is my yard. Wrecked all this stuff. Later. Bye.